Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Just doing a little technical thing here. Do that. That's made it even smaller. Right, there we go. Right, good evening, everybody. I know there's only one person watching, but for those of you that are watching it later, welcome to the live stream. Busy week. It's been quite a quite sticky week this week. Warm. It's very sticky at the moment. Oh, good afternoon, Mick. Yes, it's 27 degrees C at the moment. And today's choice of drink is cider. Nice cold cider in my most famous mug, beer mug from the Jamaica Inn. And yes, it has had proper cider in it as well. So that's what I'm drinking today. Nice cool cider. Okay, busy. A bit of an up and down week. 1,219 viewers. Lost one subscriber, but gained 3. But that's so it's hotter here than it is in America. That's cool. Yeah, so we lost one person, but I gained 3. And the other thing I gained today is the thing that I can now put stuff in the community on the page. So I'll put a poll in there for the Battle of the Debuts today. So when you go onto the page, go and look in the community now, because I'll be putting bits in there as well. So what you been watching? Oh, number 1. No, we'll go from 3 to 1. Coming in number 3 is the best to worst covers of Chrome at 60. And as Richard's just coming in at number 2 is the Simple Minds Top 10 with Mr. Richard McCook, and 73 people have watched it. It's the second most watched video on my channel this week, Richard. And coming in at number 1 is the Budgie studio albums at 80. Yes, had a lot of good feedback on that as well, Richard. People have said they enjoy our dynamic duo. So what's been going on in the last 28 days? Well, it's 4,567 views, and Rocky's just arrived from his sleep. 17 new subscribers in that period. Now, coming in at number 3, which is quite amazing for the 28 days, is Cliff Richard's top 20, 113 people. Hold on, I'm prepared tonight. Go on then, go and find it. That'll keep him quiet. Yeah, so we got the Cliff Richard top 20, 113 views. Second was Van Halen with 159. And the most popular in the last 28 days is the Kiss studio albums. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm still, I mean, you know, I made a cock up on our video, so I'll see what I can do. I'll sort that out. Yeah, because I'm on the community now. I found that out today. So the overall, since we've been going, we've got. Okay, cheers, Richard. Yeah, since we've been going, we are now up to 95,709 views and 503 subscribers. No change in the top 3. Status quo, album rank, Derek Riggs artwork, and Jethro Tull. Last week's Battle of the Debuts was won by Slade by a landslide. So that's all of what's happened this week. What's happening next week? Well, Monday we have got an album ranking of a super group prog band called Transatlantic. And for those of you that don't know who they are, it's Ronnie Stolt, Neil Morse, Mike Portnoy, and Peter Druvavas. Great little band. Got a new album coming out soon as well. Classic album next week. We're going to go to the nearest I do to really grunge, and that's Dirt by Alice in Chains. Tuesday, we have got part 6 of the Sammy Hagar story, and it's a band that he put together called Chicken Foot. Now, Chicken Foot is Vic Johnson, Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Michael Anthony, and Mr. Sammy Hagar have made a couple of albums, and they're pretty good. Now, next week's retro ranking is a little bit special because obviously on Tuesday, it is the 45th anniversary of the death of Elvis Presley. So I've got my top 20 Elvis songs. So that'll be a good one to do. Wednesday, we have got the marathon, and this is a viewer's request. And someone asked me to do Styx, so we have got Styx. Next week's Battle of the Debuts is 2 glam metal bands that brought albums out within a few months of each other in 1986, and it's Poison and Cinderella. Our artwork ranking next week will be one of my favourite power metal bands from the UK, Threshold. Then we've got a live stream, of course, same time, same place. Live album ranking next week will be Camel. Some more prog, a lot of prog next week. Having a bit of a prog week. And a new album review of Johnny Depp's and Jeff Beck's album 18. So what we'll do now, we'll go and have a dive in the laundry list. This is what I'm working on at the moment. Dave will keep you up to date with what's in the... Hello, Alan. Welcome. No, it is... So I'm stand corrected. It is Peter Gabriel, not Camel. Dave's right, I'm wrong. I'll tell you why. It's because I've been working on Camel today. I cocked up. So next week it is Peter Gabriel, not Camel. Camel will be the week after. Yes, I made a bit of a cock up there. So it's not Camel. It is Peter Gabriel, and you will see that on the schedule, which now I can put in the community. So if you want to know what's on each week, you can go and have a look in the community now, and there'll be a little post that I put up on Facebook and Twitter. So let's go back to the laundry list. This is what we're listening to at the moment. I'm listening to the Stranglers. I've listened to 10 of the 18. Time for some cider. I've listened to 6 Government Mule albums at the moment, 7 Alan Parsons Project, 6 to 13 of Green Day, 10 of the 18 of Simple Minds. I'm going into unknown territory with Simple Minds now, because the 10 that I've listened to that I've all heard, now I'm going into the stuff I've never heard. That'll be interesting. 5 of the Shawaddy Waddy albums, 3 of the Vin and Fudge, Gong, David Allen's version, 6 of 11. That's Hoopy. Fogart, or Foggart, 4 of 17. Sensational Alex Harvey Band, 3 of 7. Fu Manchu, 3 of 12. Journeys, 5 of 15. The Black Country Communion, 2 of 4. Frupp, 3 of 4. Fleetwood Mac have now listened to 7 of the 18. I'm Butterfly, I've listened to 2 of the 6. Suede, 2 of 9. Elbow, 5 of 9. Rick Wakeman, Naughties, 5 out of 10. And 1 of the Chicagos. Ones that we've completed this week are Frank Marino, Bodine, The Verve, Barclay James Harvest, and Athlete. Now, in the next few weeks or months, I've had a couple of requests. I've had someone ask me, a friend of mine, to do solo stuff of Rolling Stones. So we got that coming up. And going on a piece that Peter Brinkley put on the Battle of Debuts today about Syd Barrett. So I was talking to Dave earlier, and over the next few months, we will go through the solo albums of all the members of Pink Floyd as well. So we got them coming up scattered all through the rest of the year. Right, now I've done all that, I can now catch up and say hello. So, hello if you've just joined us. Good evening, Charles. I did see you come in. Rocky's quiet at the moment because he's got one of his favourite chews. So, for those of you who not know, I've now, for some reason, I didn't know I could do it, but I'm now allowed to go into the community, post stuff in the community bit on the channel. So, when you're on there, go and check in there because I'm going to put lots of little things in there to keep us amused. Got some interesting album covers behind me this week. We've got Bad Company, Rough Diamonds, Scarabaeus, the Ian Gillan Band, Sammy Hagar's compilation album, Skies, The Great Balloon Race. We've got Lucky Town, Bruce Springsteen, and Slippery When Wet this week. Yeah, so we're going to be doing, as I said, we're going to be doing Syd Barrett stuff, go through what he's done, and looking good. So, how many people watched the end of the Commonwealth Games just to see Ozzy Osbourne? I did, and yes, he was lip syncing, but then again, this is a guy that's had COVID, he's had operations, and he's got Parkinson's disease. Doesn't bother me. It was fun. And the other highlight of this week was Richard and myself doing Simple Minds. If you haven't watched it, why not? It's good. It's fun. That's the week after, Dave. Not next week. The following week. Got a couple of tribute show retro rankings coming up. We've got week on Tuesday, we've got Olivia Newton-John, and the week after that, we're going to do the Seekers in memory of Judith Durham. So, lots going on in the next few weeks. Not got a Wally. Well, we've got a Wally of the week, but he wasn't the Wally on the channel. We had the gardeners round here that do our thing, and they were trying to cut the grass. Now, the grass out here at the moment is like most places, that horrible white stuff, and it doesn't cut. And they were trying to cut the lawn. Crazy. It's about as fun as, I don't know if you've ever watched cricket, like in the West Indies and India, when they go out and try and mow the wicket. It's just like that. There's nothing there to mow. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, nice one, Richard. Yeah, I'll apologise if you have watched it. I forgot to put the split screen on, didn't I? Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alan, even though I made a big cock up. I forgot to put the split screen on. So it kept darting between Richard and myself. We haven't got any water hose pipe bands in where I live, but there are in other places. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We are doing another one, Alan. As we said, we're going to do the Led Zeppelin songs this time. I must admit, I've already done mine. Oh, that's good, Richard. I'm glad you did as well. Yeah, I didn't think it spoiled it. I just made a cock up. Okay, I'll email you. I actually done mine the other day. Was it Wednesday evening? I was listening to. Couldn't find anything to watch on telly, so I was listening to the Goons, and I got a pen and paper and wrote down 20 Led Zeppelin songs and whittled it down to me 10 and 4 bubbling unders. Why is it going to be a bun fight then? Because I know my top 10 will be probably really different. Yeah, well, it was easy for me to choose mine. Okay, Richard, no problem, mate. 25. That's hot for Scotland, isn't it? 25 degrees. It got up to about 30 earlier today, but at the moment it's round about 27 here in Northampton. Oh, it makes me laugh on the news at the moment. They come on the news and the weather fuzz. We're all gonna die. Scaring everyone to death. I don't think half of these people would have lived through. We lived through 76. We all right. I mean, the only time I've had t-shirts on today is when I've been on screen. The rest of the time, and I went shopping, so I put a t-shirt on to do me recording, but that's now smelly and sweaty, so I had to put a clean one and be a bit more refreshed for this. But within 5 minutes of getting ready, I'm sweaty again. I think Rocky's got the best idea. He hides under the computer desk. For some reason, it is quite cool under there. He spends half the time under there, and only comes out when he wants feeding and rebooting. I don't know what he's up to at the moment. I'm sure he'll make his presence felt soon. I can hear him. He's drinking. Which means he might need a wee in a minute, so I might just have to disappear. Ah, that's why. I've just put my hand under it. It is really cool under here. I think tomorrow I'll do my shows from under there. I'm talking tomorrow. What have we got for you tomorrow? Well, we're going to look at some Slade live tomorrow. Oh, very nice. Having some Tikka Fusion takeaway and watching me. Excellent. Yeah, I'd like to go do something mobile, but it's a bit hard. Oh, good evening, Stephen. How are you? Welcome to the Madhouse. I can hear someone clip-clopping now. In a minute, we're going to get a bark, I think. Won't be surprised. So if he starts barking, I will have to go and disappear and sort him out. Live under the desk. Yeah, I'm going to try and sort something out about that and go a bit mobile. Here's the Wandering Soldier. Are you a bit hot, mate? Oh dear, come here then. Oh, poor old boy. Go and get under there then if you're hot. You don't know what he wants to do in this heat. He's got a birthday coming up on the 21st of August. Yeah, it's too hot. I won't pick him up today because he's just... Oh, yes. Well said, Charles. Where was the BOC? Rocky wants airtime. I don't know if he does. I think he's finding somewhere to cool. He'll probably go and lay on his mat. And he's been quiet all day. Cool. Did your friend enjoy it though? Hi, Sonny. Welcome to the madhouse. Oh, this is what we do on a Thursday night. Oh, excellent. Good tracks. Who was playing? Who was in the band? Who was in the band, Mick? Oh, good. Excellent. Yeah, I like that latest album. We will be doing some live ranking of BOC in the near future. One of the bands I've got lined up to do some live rankings because they are my favourite American rock band. So, along with the Grand Funk Railroad now. Oh, here he comes. Additionals have gone into the laundry bag. So there you go. That's what's just gone in. I've worked it out. I think at the moment, if we didn't add anything else into it, we've got enough stuff to keep us going till January. Manic Street Preachers. Don't think if we're talking about the Manic Street Preachers, I don't think so. But if you ask Mastermind Dave nicely, I'm sure he'll add it. Yeah, when we do the Jefferson, when we get round to doing Jefferson Airplane, we'll do one show just for Jefferson Airplane and another one for Starship. Won't put them together because they don't belong together. And I'm with Mick on that. I prefer the Jefferson Aeroplane to that. Pecora, yeah, I love Pecora. There you go. Mastermind Dave has delivered. He has put them on the list. He's the one that might just keep an eye on what when your comments. He is the person that actually puts them in and tells me. Because I concentrate on the now and what's coming up in the next few weeks, and Dave's there thing, and he sends me new lists, so I know what's in there, so I know what to add to the book. I make pakoras. I sort of do a fusion one. I put courgettes in mine. I've done courgette pakoras, and I've done orca pakoras. Obviously, I've done the chicken ones as well, and I make a wicked onion bhaji as well. I do like my cooking. Yeah, well, because of now this community thing, I will be putting some pictures in. Probably put some of Rocky in, because I'm sure everyone likes to see what Rocky gets up to during the week. So I'll use that the community to put pictures of Rocky in, what he gets up to. Yeah, I'm actually doing Stephen. I'm going. I do like the story of. I'm going to do one on John Mitchell because he's got quite a few bands. So I don't want to miss out on any of his stuff. I mean, we'll be talking about him very soon because Arena's new album's due out very, very soon. I'll tell you what I have listened today, and I will be reviewing it in September. I've listened to the ZZ Top Raw, the soundtrack from the Little Old Boys from Texas. It's absolutely brilliant. Basically, it's a live album, but raw plug-in and go stuff in a little studio sort of thing. They play a lot of the classics, but I won't go too much into it, so I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I've listened to that today. That was excellent. Listen to some Diamond Head live as well, so you know what's coming up very shortly. A bit of Diamond Head. But Peter Gabriel was hard because apart from one of his live albums, all the others are just fantastic. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing some of the live stuff. I mean, we haven't done anything on Gary Moore at all yet, and I want to do something on Gary Moore. So I will do. Yes, Stephen, it is good. And Cats in Space, The Stranglers. It is in the book. It is in the list. I'm working on The Stranglers at the moment. Live BOC, of course, Mick. That'll come up probably in September. The Cult, yes. Ten of 18, yeah. And they're all good. Difficult to choose the Stranglers. I was lucky enough to see the Stranglers. I've only seen them the once, and they were absolutely brilliant. It's the same day I saw Simple Minds and OMD. Yeah, I've been talking to Young Joe, and we're going to do something very soon. We're going to pick our favourite prog songs. We're going to do a top 10 of our favourite prog songs because he's really into his prog, and because he's a young lad and loves prog, it'll be interesting to see an old dinosaur like me and really into my prog. To a young person that's discovering prog, so we're going to see both ends of the spectrum. Looking forward to that. That'll be an interesting one. I've sort of half done that one as well. Yeah, so on the live front, we're going to do. We've got Blue Oyster Cult. We're going to do Gary Moore. I've got Diamond Head coming up. So that'll keep us going. Yeah, the big prog epics. There's so many to think of. I was listening to a Camel Live, one of the Camel Live albums today, and they do extracts from the Snow Goose. It's 30 minutes long, and it's just chill out. Other stuff coming up, probably in September, October. We've got Captain Beefheart. That was an eye opener. We've also added the two guys from Chrome, Damon Edge and whatever his name is, Helios Creed or something. Gary Moore. I might do a story because he's been in one or two little bits, apart from Thin Lizzy, briefly. He was in Colosseum. He's done other bits as well. I'll see. Well, I'll look into that one. Now, I remember someone asking about Rick Wakeman. We are doing Rick Wakeman, but because of there are so many albums, I've split it up into decades. So at the moment, I've listened to all his 70s stuff, all his 80s and all his 90s. I'm now going through his noughties. So we will do them all, and we'll do a story. So it'll be Rick Wakeman, part one will be the 70s, etc., etc. That'll keep us going for a few weeks. And probably after that, because the next person that we're doing a story of is Van. Oh God, 20 best songs of the 19th, number ones, 60s and 70s. Good grief. Yep, I can do them in retro ranking. That's a good idea, because I'm sort of, I want to do, instead of just doing bands for retro ranking, I want to do a few things. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do the 70s and an 80s. I'm actually working on one at the moment. One hit wonders. Not just number one hit wonders, but just one hit wonders. Hence why I got a very cheap version of the Guinness Book of Hit Singles. Only goes up to the year 2000, but that's good enough for me. So I'm working on that one at the moment. It's to say, there's so much to do. Plenty of time to do it. I don't think when I first started this channel, I thought, God, I hope I don't run out of ideas. No, I don't run out of ideas. Thanks to you guys. It's mostly you guys that keep us going. Oh, hi, Rob. Cheers. Good health. I'm trying to find some really obscure stuff as well along the lines that I throw in. I mean, I've thrown in athlete and elbow because I can't see any. There's no one else has ever ranked athlete or elbow. Has anyone watched The Pretty Maids? For those of you like your metal, a band that for some reason never really made it here or in America, but are big in Japan and all over Europe. I did watch them from Wacken on YouTube. Oh, yeah, I like elbow. Yeah, I mean, I was listening to some elbow today. What was I listening to? I'll find it on my list. Giants of all sizes today. That's the one with one of the Naffy's covers with all them people all together. Yeah. Yeah, Athlete are a good band. I think people forget about them. Yeah, I agree with you, Rob. It is a really good album. Not going to go into too much detail, but all I'll say it is one of my favourite albums by the band. But one of my favourite albums by Elbow is the live album they did at Jordell Bank. That is amazing. Great live album. Yes, Charles, I have finished I have finished listening to them. Put it this way, next week, Dave and I are going to look at next month's schedule for September. So I wouldn't be surprised if Psychedelic Furs pops up in September, Charles. Yeah, I've got the Skid Row album. That's pretty good. We've done Thin Lizzy, so we went after that. Won't be done. Colosseum 2, yeah. He's worked with Red Lake and Cozy Powell, yes. We've done Cozy. And another album he played on, and not many people know this. Does anyone remember an album by Julian Lloyd Webber called Variations of Paganini? Gary Moore plays guitar on that. It's an album that I've got. And for those uneducated, they used a bit of that music for, remember the South Bank show? So that's where that music comes from. Yeah, I've never seen Elbow live. King? Good grief. Yeah. Lizards. That's something I've never heard any of their stuff. And I like this because it gives me a challenge. I like challenges. Just hold on, the light's fading. So I'm going to just dip that way. There we go. A little bit of light on the subject. Temperature's still 27. It's going to be a muggy old night tonight. I've turned off the air purifiers. Oh, I like that because that's a Marathon Wednesday sorted out. I like the big ones. They take me a lot of time to put together, but they are at the end of it. When you do big ones like that, 20 albums, when you finish, you put it up on the channel and go, whoa, hard work. Excellent. I'm going to listen. I will go and give them a listen. Or what I always do probably on a Saturday, I usually go through ones you've suggested that I haven't heard of, and on a Saturday, I usually have a listen. Yes, someone mentioned Cats in Space. Yes, Cats in Space will come up. Talking of Cats in Space, there is a very good interview on SOT. I think it's with Greg Hart. It's very, very good. Yes, I'm doing Bob Catley solo. Of course, I'm doing Bob Catley. I'm a huge fan of Bob Catley. I love how they Simon Bray, when he talks about him, he goes, because that's what he does, isn't it? When he's on the mic. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at Bob's. They're sort of in my own laundry list. Because obviously Dave and myself, we do pop our own particular ones in. Now and again, we pop one of ours in. I mean, I popped in Athlete and Elbow. Yeah, it was an excellent interview. I think Cats in Space are a very underrated band. I just think they're great. So many of these underrated bands going around. I mean, like this week we've done Budgie. Why weren't they bigger? And as I think I said on the actual video, that there are some trio bands out there that are not as good as Budgie and were successful. Yeah, I'm sure Dave will add that to the list. Anyway, good evening, Peter. You got me thinking with that comment you put about Syd Barrett. I am going to rank Syd's 2 albums. Might mention his live albums as well. And so we're going to do what we are going to do. I was talking with Dave earlier. We will go through the whole band and their solo stuff. I mean, we've done most of Genesis now. We've only really got Tony Banks to look at. I'm going to have a look at some of Tony's stuff. So I'm just catching up what people are putting. It's very hard trying to talk and have a look at the same time. Yeah, I've never heard any of Beavis Frond, so I shall give that a listen as well on a Saturday. Have you noticed? I'm probably going to Super Furry Animals. Good grief, forgotten about them. Yeah. Have we noticed a certain dash hound is very quiet tonight? Don't know where he is at the moment. He's disappeared. Probably somewhere cold. 27. Good grief. Might split that one into part 1 and part 2 like I did with Hawkwind. I forgot about the Super Furry Animals. Some retro rankings coming up. I'm going to do a level 42. Remember level 42? The King of Slap, Mr. Mark King. Also going to do Super Furry Animal 9 Super Furry Animals 9 albums. That's all right. Like them. Got a great band for to accompany Olivia Newton-John on Ladies' Day week on Tuesday. One of the greatest heavy metal all-girl bands of all time. No, they don't. Good point, Rob. You're going back. I'll be doing a album ranking of the greatest, as I said, the greatest all-woman heavy metal band ever, and they are the longest ladies metal band of all time. And guess who it is? They made 13 albums. Yeah, we've talked about David Bowie, Richard. Not Vixen, but they will be featured. No, these are a British band. Oh, well done, Mr. Norris. Spot on. The Brilliant Girls School. What a band. I actually saw them. I actually played. No, Dave will know this, pup. they actually played the Five Bells back in the 80s when they were going through a quiet period. Yeah, no disrespect to our good friend Mick from America, because his music taste is pretty good. But there's a lot of people in America that are very fickle with their music. I've noticed that on Retro Ranking. They were, Peter. They out rest of the world, this album or song sells brilliantly. In America, nah. I don't understand that, Mick. Why great albums never sell in America, and they never got slayed. I really don't understand why they could never get slayed. I mean, they went out there for long enough. The trouble is that we seem to get bands that from America that don't do well in America, but they do well over here. But there you go. Yeah, you're right, Richard. The Jam, one of the greatest bands that this country's ever produced, and the Americans didn't take to them. I mean, but then again, there's bands, especially some of the southern rock bands of America, have never really got on over here. I mean, just taking a few off the top of the head, the ones that we all know, like Fogut and Grand Funk, they didn't do very well over here. Oh, Rob, you might get yourself into some trouble here, mate. 47 minutes. 6 albums. Yeah, I found, because of all this Lioness euphoria, there was a clip of the Lightning Seeds doing, 3 Lions with David Baddiel and ex-Lionesses. It sounded terrible, but looked good fun. Yeah, I like Molly Hatchet. You certainly do live life on the edge if you say that 90. So you haven't included your in-laws then? No, I've got some American friends. They're really nice people. The Outlaws are better than Skinner. Ooh. Well, I'll take it as take that one from you, Mick. I've heard some of the Outlaw stuff, but I've never really heard a lot. But I shall give them a listen. I haven't got much in the Skinner stuff myself. I've got a couple of albums, and I've got a compilation album, to be quite honest. But they're all on Spotify, so I can listen to them whenever I like. Yeah, I've been looking about with all the credits again this week, I'm afraid. I've changed some of the fonts. Because I do look at them on my big TV, and if I think they don't look right, they get changed. So if you see anything different, we think we've sorted out the sync when sometimes it's out of thing. We've sorted that out. I don't think we've had too many problems since we've done it. Lights, yeah, I'm going to have to put some on. I can't believe we're doing this now. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to check on Rock as well. Well, I found Rocky. He's under here. He's in his cool spot. Yeah, he's in his favourite place. He must be hot because he's not barking tonight. It must be really warm. He'd go mad if he could see what's outside. I'm not going to say it because he will, because he's not stupid. There's a CAT outside. There's certain words you can't say here. Dave knows them. You can't say, you call certain things orange things because he goes mad for them. You can't say the word HAM. And the other one is TRTEAT. You have to say everything in oh yeah. And that one. He can sniff that out at 1,000 spares. Yes, they're. Oh god, yeah. Oh, I haven't turned her off over here. Hold on. I just don't think anyone's going to call me. Yes, she that can't be spoke about. I think she.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding right now. Please try a little later.
Lyrics are very important. I do listen to the lyrics. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to say the word Alexa. Alexa. Yeah, it's working. I don't know what happened there.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I think. Oh, thank you, Rob. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've triggered yours. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was. Hang on, Dave. You can think. My number one was Belfast Child, and Richard doesn't like that song. I've never asked. What do you think of Simple Minds' Belfast Child? I will do. Because there's one, I just like Belfast Child. I don't know why. That's basically what Richard said as well. But I do like the song. Hello, he's on the move. Yeah, I thought that'd be the answer. Oh, I'm spending your money for you. Excellent. Yes, Easter springs to mind. Quite a political song, that one is. Forgotten Sons, but that's about Ireland. Kronos, as in from Venom. I don't know. I know he's from Newcastle, but I don't know where he's living at the moment. I mean, I've never seen Venom. Yes, I haven't emailed her yet. I just haven't had time. Probably wait till Monday. For those of you who don't know who Doris Brendel is, she's a bit of a progressive folk singer, and she's supported Fish on a couple of tours, and she's also been the backing vocals on Fish's tour. And I got to meet her. She's a very nice lady, and I am actually a friend with her on Facebook. So I'm going to chat to her, and because you can't get some of her albums, so I'm going to find out where I can get them to listen to. And just say, oh, I'm going to do a thing on you on my channel, which will be interesting. Yeah, I've got all the ones she's done with her writing partner Lee Durham. They're pretty good. But her other stuff is acoustic folk music, and what I have heard of it is absolutely brilliant. She's a great singer. So check out Doris Brendel. Hello, I've lost my dog again. He is very quiet. This must be the quietest Rocky's ever been. Am I Fish or Hogarth man? Well, to be quite honest, I like both. I grew up on Fish, of course, but I do like the Hogarth stuff. But if you was really going to corner me in a corner and prod a stick at me, I'm going to say Fish. I do love the Fish stuff. Big glare. Yeah, I'm really into me Fish stuff. I got sort of picked up on when I did the Non-Marillion album songs. Apparently, I missed Going Under. And I explained that although it was not on Clutching Up Straw's album, it did appear on the CD when it came out. So it is actually on the album. And the reason it wasn't on the album was for running time and grooves and all that sort of thing. And that's the reason. I don't mind Hogarth's voice. I mean, some of the playing on them later Marillion albums from Rothery is brilliant. And talking of Marillion, Transatlantic on Monday for those that came in.
John is calling. John is calling.
Oh. Hold on, folks. Alexa.
It's John.
Oops. People calling me. I'll have to call them back. Yeah, I like all eras, Charles. But, you know, put me in the corner, it is Fish. Anyway, I've set myself a new thing that when it gets to about an hour, I'm going to stop because I'm starting to feel a bit sore still. I've gabbled on for an hour, so I am going to call it a halt tonight again until I can talk longer. About an hour is my limit, talking constantly. Thank you for all turning up as usual. We've had 10 people in tonight. I'll be back tomorrow doing Slade Live, and then we're going to do a new album review of Born for the Moment by Chicago. So thank you very much. I will speak to you all next week. It is hot and sticky, and I'm going to refill my glass. So thank you very much for all joining in, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.